Take your hat, take your coat, and leave. G'day, Pittsburgh Steelers fans. Welcome back to the Pittsburgh Steelers Syndicate. My name's Mark. I'm your host. And man, what a crazy weekend. Let's get right into it, eh? Let's get right into it. I just want to address everyone and say thank you for all the subs over the last 48-hour period. While I was away, Derek was filling in, and that's awesome. So thanks, guys, for checking out the channel. But we have another video today, and we are talking about Joe Haden. So Joe Haden this year will be a free agent. He's been playing in the NFL for 12 years. He's been playing with the Steelers, but he also, over the weekend, had a bit of fun and wrote a few cryptic tweets, if you say it that way. Now, myself, I'm not a big fan of Twitter. I don't normally run around that part too much, but I did come across Joe Haden's tweets, and it started to make me question a few things if the Steelers would even pick up Joe Haden as a free agent. We know what he's done for the Steelers the last 5 years. He's been a shutdown corner. He's been a turnover machine. He's played really well for the Steelers. He's a humble guy. He's a nice guy. He's a leader in the locker room. But the big question is, heading into the 2022 season, does Joe have any more left in the tank? And with these tweets coming out over the weekend, do the Steelers and Joe see eye to eye? That's the question that we're going to explore today. But before we do that, I want to jump into what Joe actually said, because we need to find out the source. And the source is Joe Haden. And these things can be taken the opposite direction, or they can be taken in the right direction. I think what we'll discover by going through these tweets and analyzing or viewing them and having a bit of a look is maybe Joe Haden will be out the door. I don't know what you guys think, but in my opinion, at the very moment, after seeing these tweets, I think Joe might not be a Steeler for much longer. So the first Joe Haden tweet that got, the eyes of all Steeler Nation to see what is actually happening with him. Will he sign with the Pittsburgh Steelers? How much will he be? Joe Haden has already made in his 12-year career, I think from memory, I just checked with over the cap, I think it was $123 million. Like, for a cornerback to play that long in this league and to make that much money, does Joe go out there and sign a big deal? Is he asking for too much? Do the Steelers, are they asking for, are they trying to give him too little? So the very first tweet we can have a look at and analyze is Joe Haden said this a few days ago. Take your hat, your coat, and leave. Hashtag Steeler Nation. Now, in regards to that, take your hat, take your coat, and leave could mean many, many things. But in the realm of the NFL and in the realm of the Pittsburgh Steelers, while Joe is now a free agent and we don't know who we're going to sign, we do have Akilla Witherspoon also as a free agent. We had recently just signed Miles Killebrew, and we had recently just signed Arthur Millette, but they aren't big star players like Joe, nor are they a big star player like Akilla Witherspoon. So first of all, what do you guys think of this? Take your hat, your coat, and leave. Is this a direction from the Pittsburgh Steelers saying, thanks, Joe, we can't match your offer, we can't match what you think, the money ball offer is too high, we can't match that. Thank you for your services. Thank you for being a Steeler for the last 5 years. We wish you all the best in your endeavors to go out there and get a Super Bowl. Is that the way they're pushing him out the door? It could be. So the next tweet we can explore kind of looks down that avenue, right? Jerry Fuller tweeted this. If this is it for you in PA, how many players can say they played for the Browns and the Steelers and was loved by both fan bases? Says a lot about you, not only as a player, but as a person. Go get you a ring, right? Joe Haden then responded to that tweet. Appreciate it. Both fan bases and cities have been amazing to me and my family. Now, I got to say one thing. I'm a Steeler fan, a lot like you guys too. There is almost 350 Steeler fans on this channel, right? We hate the Browns. I live in Australia and I still hate the Browns. I can't stand them. I love how Big Ben had their record or had the most winning quarterback record in that stadium, First Energy Stadium, for so many years. And then Baker just beat it about a year or two ago. I like the fact that we got Joe Haden from the Browns and he became a Pittsburgh Steeler. I love that. But there is one thing we can agree on as both Browns fans and Steeler fans is that Joe is such a nice guy. He's so humble. He's so passionate. He does a lot for the community. He's been an outstanding cornerback in this league. He's been an outstanding player. He's really just. I hope he does go to. I hope he does go to the Hall of Fame. I really do. I hope he goes to the Hall of Fame. If he doesn't sign with the Steelers this year, hopefully he can jump onto another team that can push for that chance to raise the Lombardi. So he's got it right. He has respect both for the Browns and respect both for the Steelers as well. Now, the third tweet just pretty much says good vibes only. Now, there's nothing too much there, really. Not much at all. Pretty much with that tweet, I think he'd already, said what he needed to say. Take your hat, take your coat, and leave. Get out of here. And he wanted to bring, back some more peace back into the situation, not make it too hostile, not make it Joe Haden against the Steelers or Steelers against Joe Haden. These things can get out of order. Okay. So that's just kind of a chill tweet to me. Doesn't mean too much. However, the next one kind of puts the nail in the coffin, per se. Right? The defense sign guy says, all my respect to Joe Haden. I wish it could be for 23 more lifetimes. And Joe Haden responds, all love. Now, the defense sign guy is the guy you see at every home game at Heinz Field with the big defense sign, and he's got all the players on there. So he must, go to every single game and see all the players. And obviously, Joe has seen that. And it does feel like at this very moment that with the Pittsburgh Steelers, do they bring back Joe? He's now 12 years into the league. Is his time up? We don't want him to fall into the shoes of like Troy Polamalu, because near the end, Troy, in his last year or two, just did not play the same way. Now, could they bring back Joe Haden and not play him at cornerback 1 or 2 and play him more of that nickel role where he can move around the field a little bit more and not get too involved and not have to verse the number 1 receiver like recently added Amari Cooper or Jamar Chase for the Bengals? Just 2 players to name off the top of my head. So I do hope and wish for the best for Joe. Now, I would say I'm leaning towards I don't think he will be a Pittsburgh Steeler in 2022. Just judged off of those tweets and judging by how the Pittsburgh Steelers will go forward. But that leaves a massive hole in our defense. We already have a hole at middle linebacker, and we already have some problems at cornerback. The only other guys we've signed now is Arthur Millette, and not too many fans or NFL analysts are very flash on him. And we are hoping now also to sign Ahkello Witherspoon into his second year because he was a free agent pickup last year. And without Joe Haden being there, the cornerback number 1, will that be costly to our defense? Or do we go through someone through the draft? Once the free agency period starts again, do we acquire somebody like J.C. Jackson with a bit more money? Or Stephon Gilmore, right? These things are very interesting, but I wanted to put it out there, and I wanted to hear your guys' thoughts because part of me says, Joe, I'm not too sure if you're going to be a Steeler, but it's been a great 5 years. You've played well for the Steelers. It's unfortunate we couldn't get you a playoff run. We couldn't get you a Super Bowl, and I wish you all the best. But at the same time, maybe he's a step slower. Maybe he just isn't there like he used to be. This will be his 13th year in the league, and if he's one step slower, maybe this defense needs to get faster, right? That's what I'm trying to say. So, yeah, what do you guys think? Do you think we'll go out and sign Joe for the money that he wants and we can reach a happy medium where the Pittsburgh Steelers are happy, Joe's happy, and we can move this defense into at least a top 10 and really start to get after it. We have to do something. We need to shore up that middle, and we need to make some big splash plays. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. And as always, here we go, Steelers. Here we go.